I'm a little raspy. Finger guns. What about finger guns to hang loose? Or no, wait a minute. How would it really be, boss? Would it be finger guns and a hang loose? I think that's probably, yeah. I mean, if you're not going to use words, you know, because I think what's going on is overused. And someone asks me like why I say that, and they say, do you say it because other YouTubers say it? And I'm like, no, I don't say what's going on because other YouTubers say it. I say what's going on because my middle school shop teacher, actually freshman, 9th grade, so that'd be high school shop teacher, Mr. Mann, who was a fine Southern gentleman. That's what he would say when he would greet the class. After everyone got in and, you know, rallied up and kind of took their place, he would come out of the office. He would look everyone over and he would say, what's going on? Every day. 5 days a week he did this throughout the entire school year. And Mr. Mann was a classic auto mechanic teacher. Like, he wore red caps, top to bottom, always matching, even went down to the gasoline green. That's a color a lot of people don't fuck with. They get the blue, they get the gray, they get the black. They don't go to green. Green doesn't happen that often, but Mr. Mann had tight red cap greens. Always had an Eisenhower style coat. I don't know what red cap calls it, but I think he calls it an Eisenhower. Matching with that too. But pocket protector. Right here. No pencils in that motherfucker. He had a tire gauge in there. Mr. Mann. So yeah, what's going on in honor of Mr. Mann, but for real, it's a finger guns with a hang loose. Friday the 13th. I made a short talking about the Mark Gonzalez, which will be the next build, or rebuild in this case, because that deck is actually used. But yeah, I'm looking forward to making that. That video should be ready sometime by the end of the month. Like I showed in the video, I'm actually looking at it right now. Goldwing Shadows, Spitfire Classics, Vision Risers, GPR bearings. It's going to be a sick build. It's going to be pretty matchy with all the red and everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting that one together and dropping it. So yeah, that's exciting. But that's not what this one's about. This one's about flash sales and quick pickups. A couple of buy. I haven't made a couple of buys, but I got my eyes on some other things too. But yeah, picked up a skateboard. Says so right there. That was on like crazy sale first of all, and then they had a discount code for all sale items, which I don't know if they intended to do that. So I feel like the original price was like 35% off, and then I tacked another 15 on the sale item. So I ended up getting this board way cheaper. I did have my eye on it, but you know, I wasn't gonna pull the trigger. I actually did mention that I was gonna pull the trigger to somebody. I told them exactly what I was gonna do too. I said, hey, this board's gonna go on sale because no one's gonna buy it, and I'll cop it at a very discounted rate. And I'll be damned if it didn't happen. Almost exactly the way that I said it would. So yeah, this is from Old Skull. It's a reissue. And Old Skull takes packing these reissues really seriously. So if you're looking for somebody that's going to put you together with something, they always pack them in nice, and they always put a sleeve on it. And you can kind of see what it actually is, I'm sure. Let me set that down over there. It is the Ken Park Pro model. Oh, it's got some stuff with it. Look at that. Madrid sticker, first and foremost. I moved my chair, by the way, too. kind of more in the center of the wall. I don't know why. I just feel like it's going to be different out of the corner, but maybe it'll be better. Maybe it won't. I mean, you can kind of still see the wall display. All my little wheels and my lantern, all that stuff. It's kind of cool. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to decorate. Sticker from Old Skull. I don't know. You can probably see my turntable cases too. I should just be setting them right here on top of my little stand, my extra stuff. And a card, limited edition, glow in the dark series. Most people, I think, would have thought, well, hey, why didn't you cop the Mike Smith? You know, you talk about Mike fucking Smith like he's, you know, show the videos, him skating, him ripping vert. The dude is definitely a legend, but I've got a line that Madrid is actually releasing one that isn't glow in the dark, another Mike Smith, same shape as the one they just recently released in the glow in the dark issues. And I've seen a picture of it on IG and it looks sick, so I think that Mike Smith is going to be the Mike Smith that I get. But yeah, this is the Ken Park. You kind of get a good look at it. It is supposed to be glow in the dark. I don't know if it glows in the dark. I saw the pictures of it on their website and it appeared to be glowing in the dark. It's been in the box for a week, so I don't assume if I shut all the lights off that it's going to glow in the dark. But I will try to place it underneath some lights and charge it, and then do a little bit of video maybe at the end of this to kind of see exactly if it does glow in the dark, because it appears like it does here and potentially throughout the name. But yeah, first impressions. The graphic is really simple, and I like it. It's pretty low-key. I'm not sure if it's an egg of some sort that's cracking and breaking open. That's not really egg-shaped. It's more spherical. So maybe it's just some sort of round something that had something inside of it. I'm not too hip to what. It doesn't really inspire. I mean, obviously I have that same inspiration that I know a lot of people have, is to find an egg, you know, while you're just wandering through the woods, and take it home and place it under a light to kind of see what hatches out of it. And, you know, I have that hope that it's some sort of mythical creature that I can, you know, form a bond with, become best friends, and then live out our lives going on adventures. But in 46 years that hasn't happened, but that belief will never die. Hopefully that will happen one day. So maybe this is part of that. Maybe that's why subliminally I was attracted to this, and I'm really impressed that I got subliminally out first try. Usually I stumble over words like that, but yeah, it's a really simple graphic. The main reason I bought this board is because of the shape. It's smaller at the waist. You can see through the chest, it's a bit wider. It kind of narrows into its hips, and then it kicks out a little bit right here at the peak of the hip, and then rolls back into the tail. Really smooth. It's super light. You can feel that as soon as you pick it up. All of the Madrid boards that I've ever ridden or had, I should do a video on that explosion. It's just a regular pig shape, but it's the same kind of construction as this, and it's sick. That board is absolutely amazing. I got aces on there, and the Madrid flywheels. Upgraded the bushings to an Indy hard, Santa Cruz slimeline rails, regular, I think, small Skate King's tail bone. It's a sick board, and I love riding that thing. Real flat concave, really nice shape. But this has a real mellow concave profile. You can probably kind of tell by looking at it. There's a bit of a spoon to the nose. The tail isn't super steep. But yeah, I mean, take a look. That black that it's coated with is really dope. I don't know how much it's transmitting right now, but it's got full coverage over everything. There doesn't appear to be any blemishes in it. As I'm turning it into the light, I can kind of see some cuts and some fades just naturally into the wood, but nothing as far as the paint goes. The finish on this thing is top notch, and Madrid 100% always does that in every board I've ever seen. My one buddy has a 10 Kerr, and the finish on it is phenomenal too. It's beautiful. And the same with this. I can't say much for the glow in the dark stuff. I mean, maybe it's a gimmick, but in this case, the gimmick worked out for me because, you know, I don't think anybody was really messing with it, you know? So the board probably had larger numbers in shops and they had to put it on sale to move some of them. So in this case, you know, the vulture swooped in and it picked the juicy eyeballs right out of the corpse, which is good. So yeah, that's the Ken Park unboxing right there. Pretty sick. I don't know what else I got. I do not remember. I always write them a little note too, in the little order comments section, and sometimes, yeah, I got a Happy New Year, so that's cool. That Old Skull, shout out to them, and that's in pen and their handwriting, which is really nice. Kind of a personalized touch. Oh, I got some hardware. Mini logo hardware, 1.5 inch. Yeah. They're militant about their quality. And some Shorty's hardware at 1.25 inches. Always can use some bolts. So as far as what I'm going to do with this, I don't think this is going to be a wall hanger. I think I want to skate this. It's got a wider wheelbase. I believe it's 16.25. So it's a big, comfortable ride. I kind of feel like those new indies, the Stage 4s, if anybody's seen, I mean, I saw the posts on IG and I'm kind of hyped on that. I really hope that they release those soon. They look really good. I want to get some 215s, but I think 215s would be too big for this, obviously. I think probably I will cop a set of 169s if I don't get those Thunder 161s. I think either one of those would probably work out really well. Thunder 161s or the Indy 169 would be legit on this board. Probably a bigger rise, maybe 1/2 inch, I would imagine would probably be where I would put it, with a bigger wheel, something 60 millimeter. Kind of scoping out. I'll tell you the Dragon formulas. They're in my head. I don't know which ones I exactly want. I kind of want them in the, the rat bone shape. Unfortunately, they're only white with the red lettering, so I don't know how they would look matching up with this. I don't know if they're, I mean, I'm sure they're going to do colors in that formula, so maybe they release it and drop a green, or just a black would be fine. You know, I'd be totally cool with a black on here. So if they do drop that 60 mm rat bone, but I do have some mini cubics that I'm kind of sitting on, a brand new pair. I think mini cubics and Thunders or the Indy Stage 4 on here with a 1/2 inch rise would probably be pretty sick. So that's kind of the direction I'm going with this. I'm definitely going to build it out sooner rather than later. I got the Gons coming up the end of this month, and then I'm going to do that Leicester with the tracker access on it, and I don't know what wheels I'm going to put on there yet. I know I think Leicester was on Sims, but you know, that's a dead end right there. I'm not going on eBay to pay somebody a bunch of money for an old wheel. But like I said in my other video, I think I want that Leicester to be on a 1/4 inch rise, and I'm probably going to put like a 56 or a 58 in there. I did get some other, I picked up that Street Razor, which whenever I rebuild my Jason Jesse, I'm going to put that Street Razor in a 58 on there. And I also got another set of slime balls too from NHS before they had their sale. When they had their sale, I should say. This is the Vomit Mini. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna replace those bloodsuckers on the Kendall, and put those in the place of the bloodsuckers that I have. I mean, I like those bloodsuckers, but I don't know. They feel ragged out to me or something. I like that pumpkin graphic on them, but they're only a 54. I wish they were a 56 or a 58, but those are 56s, so I think those will actually work out better. And I'm gonna put another little 1/8 inch rise into that too. And I may, because I got the Grind King Kingpins, I dropped an order for two sets of the Grind King Kingpins, so I'm gonna put a set in those Gullwing Shadows when I put it on the Gons. I think I'm also going to go ahead and change that Kendall Gull Wing Pro 3 to a Grind King Kingpin as well, because the two Gators with the Grind King in there just look fucking sick. And even everybody who's told me, they're like, dude, I've been on Grind King for a minute, and then I talked to them a little bit, and they're like, it is what it is. Aesthetically, it looks better. It gives a more physical presence as far as clearance from the Kingpin. Nobody in any of the comments has said they've had any performance issues. In my limited experience with them, it's been pretty good. So yeah, I think maybe I might convert that Jeff Kendall, because that's, like I said, it's one of my favorite boards, and I love to ride it. So maybe I'm going to convert that to later on down the road. We'll see. But it's all a thought, just a thought. Yeah. But for this, for sure. I mean, all in all, with the purchase and kind of the display of it here, again, the big selling point on these reissues was the glow-in-the-dark graphic. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be like, oh, look, it glows in that. What does that even mean? Sorry. Yeah, but the reason I got it, again, the shape, you can see the little hip kick out, the finish of this board. If you haven't picked up a Madrid and held it or ridden one, this is one of the most finely finished and finely tuned skateboard brands out there. When they make something, you're getting a quality that stands out. It's above board, 100%. It's fantastic from everything, the construction to the graphics. Everything about these are good. The way they feel, it's just, it's enticing and exciting and totally radical, man. Made in the U.S. too. But that's it. Yeah, Ken Park. Hopefully, in the very near future, I'll assemble some parts, depending on, obviously, access to money, which is, things are tight right now. But yeah, hopefully I'll find, maybe it'll be the Indie Stage 4s. That's kind of, depending on when they drop, I got like a 2-month window to work with between building the Gazans and putting that Lester board together, and, properly finding wheels for that Lester board, I think, are going to be a bigger challenge than anything. And then trucks. If I don't get the Stage 4s for this, I'm going to get those Thunder 161s and drop them on here. Probably some mini cubics and a 1/2-inch rise. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Ken Park, glow in the dark. Go watch some fucking Ken Park footage, man. Go watch him do inverts. I think, yeah, that was a sick team that they had. They had a sick team. Mike Smith, Ken Park. Go check out their stuff. I'll see if I can find some Madrid videos and see if there's some things that you can dabble into. All right, cool. Hope you dig it. I hope you could see, kind of gives you an idea of what you'd be getting into, as these are probably, the majority of these are going to be on some sort of discount. They're not going to be $129 or whatever they were when they first dropped. Even though they're probably worth that price, just construction wise. And I hope I'm not writing a big check. If I put this thing together and it snaps or it sucks to ride. I don't know. I can't tell the future, but in this moment, I'm stoked on it, and I hope watching this, you're stoked on it too. But yeah, all right. Friday the 13th. Hope no one is superstitious out there, and you can get through your day, or you got through your day without any major incidences or any serial killers with hockey masks popping out of the woods to ruin your camping. I had a trail that was like behind my house. I used to ride mountain bikes on, and I have footage of that particular trail, and I'm hoping that I can transfer it from my Sony Hi8 camera to video to post it. But I had a trail called Camp Blood, after Camp Crystal Lake's real name. I don't know if you saw the movie. There was a guy, his name was like Charlie or Rufus or something like that. I don't know. But he came out and he said that the camp had a death curse. He came out of the local gas station. He was like a rube that sat on the front. There's always one of those guys, like the guy that played the banjo in Deliverance. You know, they park him on a bench or whatever, and he flips like a walnut in a sieve and tells passerby weird stories. The town's lore. Friday the 13th. Yeah, I've been inside for a minute. Just been going to work. I gotta get out and skate. I have to. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's starting to get to the point that I need to do it. You know, getting over COVID, it's been sucky, but I feel all the way back. I've been working out. Knees over toes. I don't know any other skateboarder who's doing knees over toes. If you don't know about the knees over toes guy, I encourage you to go check out his website. I've been doing that. My legs feel pretty good, especially my right ankle. Like I said, I had a really heavy injury on it, and it's feeling really good, and I feel the stoke. So, but all of that is not anywhere near riding a skateboard. So, hopefully MLK, which is coming up 2 days from now, is supposed to be 45 degrees. So, and I'm off work. I'm try to get it in for sure, 100%. All right, cool, man. If you stayed this long, thanks for checking it out. Here's the Ken Park one more time. Look for it. It's going to be unlawfully assembled. It's going to be totally illegal when I build it, for sure, with its massive wheelbase. And hopefully either Indy Stage 4s or Thunder 161s. We'll see. All right. Hope everybody's well. See you guys later.